Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being with me on this beautiful Thursday. My name is Brittany Maxwell, and I am excited to show you guys JotForm. We get a lot of love-hate relationships with JotForm, you guys. So if you have questions, feel free to ask those. I started using JotForm right after I joined the Archer and Evolution family. I didn't know about Google Forms, so I jumped right into JotForms. Okay, let's see. JotForms, you guys, we're just going to talk about it just a little bit, the pros of it, and maybe what would be the cons of it. And I'll just show you guys my site, and we'll just go from there. All right. So let's see. JotForm, you guys, they do have the free web, right? So they have actually, I think it's 4 different plans that you can get. They have the free plan, which I think it's called the starter plan. I know this is going to sound crazy, you guys, but they also have the bronze, the silver, and the gold. Okay, so the bronze, the silver, and the gold, those are paid plans. So if you get those, you will have to pay for one of those plans. But there's not really any need to pay for one of those plans because with the free plan, you guys, we get five free forms, and I think it's 100 submissions on those forms each month. So, I mean, unless you're getting 100 submissions to your job form, then you would want to upgrade. But that 100 submissions, you guys, that has been working for me. For the past 2 years. So hopefully, I mean, if you guys have to upgrade, absolutely 100%. That is like, yeah, big congratulations, pat on the back, right? But unfortunately for me, I have not had to. So, all right. So they do have those 4 plans. I'm not complaining. I love my travels and I'm just going to keep pushing forward. All right. So, yeah, I mean, one day we might have to upgrade our plan, but not today, right? Darlene says, I wish. All right. So, y'all, JotForm does have an app, and I have that on my phone. I do like the app. But it is a tool that we use to create forms. And what's really cool about it is there's no coding involved, right? It's kind of hassle free. Once you get the feel of JotForm, it'll be easier for you to kind of work through the site and make edits and different things, to kind of make that form your own. So we use JotForm for our travel quotes. You might use JotForm for something else. That's what I use JotForm for. I'm trying to think. When it comes to our credit card authorization forms, I use Adobe. JotForm is, I guess you could. I'll look into that for you guys because that actually would be a good idea. But I'll look into that. So I just use them for my quotes, right? So any of the clients that, even ones that call me from Google, I use my JotForm to put in all of the details, and I qualify my client as I'm going. Okay, so it's not just my clients that use JotForm to fill out the quote forms; it's also myself as I'm speaking with my um, with my client. All right, Harold says, can you make a form vacation request and copy and paste it to Canva? You could. You could also you could probably download your Jot form to your desktop and then upload it to Canva. So you could do it. Okay, so if you copied and paste it, what you could do is you could go to documents and then you could paste it into the document. But I don't know if they would be able to fill in the document like you would need to. Um, I'll have to look into that. Nobody's asked me that, right? Okay, so with our job forms, you guys, there are templates. There's also like tables that you can use. You can make surveys for your businesses. And there's so much that you can do. Okay. So how does JotForm really work? So it can be a little confusing if it's, you're brand new to JotForm. So the first thing, obviously, that you're going to want to do is to create that account. All right. So the first thing that you're going to do is create that account, right? Sign up for free. I already have a JotForm account, but I want to just kind of walk you through that steps also, right? So you'll just input your name and your password, right? So I'm just going to use my spouse's name because he doesn't have a JotForm, so it'll be easier for me to, get to get it kind of set up and start from scratch. So I'm just going to input his name, and I'm going to do his email. All right. And let me stop the screen share for just a second so I can do his password. And I will go back to screen share just 1 second. All right. So just agree to the terms. Okay, let me screen share again. Hang on. Okay. And we click sign up. All right. Let's see, I don't want to save it. Okay. If you already have an account with JotForm and you want to delete it, just note that once you delete that, anything within JotForm is also going to be deleted. Okay. And the account is free. Once you guys sign up, you actually have to go in yourself and change to an upgraded account. So as soon as you sign in, it's going to be that free account. All right, if I go back and forth, you guys, if you hear me pause, that's just me going in to check on the chat. All right, I don't want to miss anybody's questions. Let me pop that out. Okay. All right. So this is cool. All right. You have the option to start from scratch. But if you guys have been in any of my trainings before, you know that I am so up for using something already done for us. Okay. If you have the time and the patience to create your form from scratch, then go right ahead. Okay. But if you guys are, if you're working a part-time job, a full-time job, or if you're a stay-at-home mom, whatever the case is, right? Whatever it is. And if time is of the essence, use a template so that it makes it easier for you to just get your information out there. All right, so we can click see more templates. And what I did when I first started, you guys, I just searched either travel agent forms or vacation quotes. So the first we'll just type in travel quotes and we'll see what kind of forms that pulls on that aspect. All right, and it says none. Okay, so let's do forms, travel forms. Okay, well, let me try this again. I'm not really sure why it's not. Oh, let me do travel agency. All right, that's not even funny. Okay, so let me scroll down and let me see. Sign up forms, appointments, booking forms, survey forms. All right, try again. Let's do vacation. Oh, yeah, even though I spelled it wrong, it still pulled. All right, so it wasn't working with what I originally tried. That's okay. Let's try again, okay? So any of these templates that we see, you're able to click on them and you're able to edit them to your liking. I know they have more quotes because I've been on JotForm a million times. I don't know why I can't think of anything else to search for that, but we'll just click on one and I'll show you guys how to edit and kind of just make it your own. Okay, so we'll use this one. All right, we're going to use this template. And I also have pulled up my request form. So let me show you guys that one also, okay, so that you guys can see just how versatile they can be. Yeah, I know. Like, I don't know why it wasn't pulling up anything, Darlene. Hey, I was on the site earlier just making sure, before I do a training, I just go in and make sure everything's, good to go. But yeah, it was working earlier, but so this site I have edited a few times over the last, couple of years. It does have my, my logo in the background. And as you can see, it's just my logo over and over again, but that's okay. I like that. It speaks me. And the background of it is kind of the same colors as my logo. Okay. So it just has this information, an elevated travel agency, and just some of my questions. All right. Thank you for contacting Vacations with Brittany. Please fill in the form below, and a certified vacation specialist will contact you within 24 to 72 hours. All right. Are you prepared to make a deposit? Yes. No. All right. Of course, their email. How did you hear about us? First name, last name, phone number, their address, and just those basic information for their quote. All right. I do have to actually edit my form to incorporate that faith-based travel. And I will be doing that over the next couple of weeks. But anyway, so what type of vacation trip are you thinking of? You can add air, rental car with your choice if needed. So almost everything that we could possibly book is there. And if it's not there, they can click other and they can be more specific for their travel. Right? How many travel adults? So this form really has pretty much everything that I need to build my clients a quote. Right? I wouldn't even really have to give them a call because everything that I need is on my form. But anytime I do receive a submission on my JotForm, I go ahead and either email them or send them a text message and thank them and let them know that I've received their form, and go ahead and ask them, when would be a good time to speak with them, right? Because before I even get to my client, I want to get personal with them. I know that sounds a little crazy, but having that personal connection with your client before you even start. Honestly, you guys, the reason I really do that is to keep the lookers from the bookers, right? If you can call someone on the phone and you can ask them, okay, well, I'm going to get you a quote within 72 hours. Are you going to be prepared to make this, are you prepared to make a deposit? Are you prepared to make this booking? They're going to say yes. All right. And also, I really like to get my clients on the phone before I do any type of research, because I do not work with anyone that is already working with a travel agent or a travel agency. So if I have someone that calls me and they've been working with another travel agent, I don't compete with my services. Okay. My time is not, you can't buy my time like that. Okay. What I do on a daily basis, I'm going to get paid for, right? I'm not trying to compete with another agency. I'm not doing that. And neither should you guys. Okay. You really shouldn't. Um, and that's it. All right. I go get my quotes, get them done. All right. So going back into our request quest form, right? So we're going to share this tab, right? So upload your organization. So this is where I put my image, right? So what I did to make sure that this little image of myself was perfect, I went on to Canva, all right? And I just made sure that the file, the image, right? It's not larger than what it says. Okay. So that way, whenever I get my image on there, it's not fuzzy, it's not grainy. Looks it looks pretty good. I need to update my image anyway, but I don't think at any point in time, you guys, we will actually be at that point where we're like, okay, I'm done with that. No, because you will find something else that you want to do. Okay. All right. So your organization name, um, I can't remember what his business name is. Let me think. Um, oh, it doesn't matter. So let's just do it like this. Right. Let's see. All right. Let's see. You can add or edit your logo later. Okay. I'm just going to, let me see. I might actually have his image saved to my computer. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I got that, because I redid it not too long ago for him on Canva. Let's see. If not, I will just pick an image, because I'm just going to delete it. Okay, I do. Okay. And I did not have his name right. It says The Great Outdoors with Outlaw Adventures. Outdoor Adventures with Outlaw. My bad, Danny. All right. There we go. All right. So we want to change I want it to kind of match his logo, right? So let's go to Form Designer. All right, color schemes. All right, let's change the page color. Let's do green. All right, or let's see. Let's go back to this green. No. I don't know if I'm going to get anywhere close to the color that I have. So I might just have to do black. So yeah, there it is. That's just what it's going to be. I'm not giving him this page, you guys. I'm just showing you how you can edit to make it, kind of your own. All right. So if I want to edit the form, okay, you can click on the actual box itself. You can edit these details. All right. You can click properties. All right. Field label. There's no request too small or too large. You can edit all of this information right here. Right? And I could just use the same information that's on my form, right? So I just copy and paste it from my form and just put it on his form, right? Which it was exactly the same. Excuse me, y'all. All right, it can be right or top. That's how I like it. Right, and any of the options, sub-labels, right? Select options. You can edit the options, yes, no. How did you hear about us? So any of the boxes that you see, you have the option to edit it, okay? All you have to do is click on this little properties tab and it'll give you the option, right? It'll open up this little field for you. All right, let's see, options, the width of it. All right, so let's say you want to completely move the thread, right? So if you say, how did you hear about us, but you don't really want this here, right? You could just grab it and just move it wherever you want. It's just to pick it up and drop it kind of thing, right? So any of that can be edited. If you want to add an image to your background instead of it being an actual color, so you can go on Form Designer and you can choose an image, right? Upload the file. And if I wanted his background to be his logo, like I did mine, right? I would just find his logo again, somewheres. I might have passed it up already. And we would just download it and it would go to his background. Or I actually just have the color green that matches his background. So I know that it's not the same, or it kind of blends in, but I'm just showing you guys how easy it is, okay? So if I want to change this color, right? Click those properties, and you'll just click those options. Maybe it's advanced. All right, let's see. Advanced. Okay, field details. Okay, I know how to do that. You just have to give me a second and I will find that for you too. So, because let's see, properties. All right, I don't see it, but we will find it. All right. So if you like the images, you can save it, right? Let me go into Zoom and see if we have any questions. Okay. You made one with the research fee on it, and your potential client said she didn't know where to pay on the form. Yeah. Well, just go back into your form and just make an edit to your form and let them know how they pay, right? So if they pay via PayPal, they pay via, Venmo, however they pay, just let them know that they won't pay on the form, that it will be via a site, okay? Okay, Harold, how do you add additional fields? Right, so if you want to add a field, okay, so add form elements. So we have heading, email address, appointment. All right, fill in the blank, short text, long text, paragraph. All right, so these are all of the options to where you can add to your form. Okay, right, page collapse, page break. So if you wanted to add a multiple choice, All right, there's your multiple choice. All right, and you type your question, okay? All right, let me figure out how to change this background because I know that we can do that. Let's see, settings. Emails, you guys probably hear my boys in the background. Yeah, they're there. They're loud. Especially my 7-year-old. All right, let's see. Excuse me, you guys. Thank you page, emails, form submissions. No, not publish. All right, I know we can do this because look at mine, right? I've changed mine, so I know that we can do it. So let me see. Publish, let me share this tab, build. Let's see. It's got to be in the properties. Heading image, no. Duplicate field, small, large, heading image, property, no. All right, and I do make them all required so that everyone knows that you have to fill in those questions, okay? We don't want a half filled out vacation request. All right, let me see. What? All right, hang on. Form designer, here we go. All right, form color. Duh, right? You guys could have told me. All right, let's upload file, and I'm just going to change that image over. All right, downloads. All right, let me scroll back just a little bit. So when I did Danny's, that's my spouse. Danny is my spouse. You guys might see him on our informational sessions and stuff. He does that stuff too. But all right, so all right, if I want to change the form color, right? If I don't like that and I want to do a black, all right. That was that little strip at the top, and there we go. I know his is bland. I'm just going to delete it anyway. But that's just the basics of it. If you want to add different images, or you can actually add images too. You guys seen that, so just click on this. And these, when I did his logo on Canva, I completely cleared the logo so that I would have like a just a block of the color, so that when I go on to LinkedIn with his page and stuff like that, I can help, kind of make his page his own and stuff. But yeah, so that is kind of the gist of JotForm. Just using a template, you're still able to edit everything and make it your own. And if you guys start from scratch, yeah, totally, you can do that. Just have patience. But honestly, you really don't have to if there's those templates available for you. Okay, let's see. All right, how do you add additional fields under colors? Thank you. Yeah, I knew it was in there. Wait, do what again? Do what again? Oh, okay, so we'll just change them both, okay? So the page color, right? If we wanted to change the page color, all right, we can click on remove image, right? And then we can just choose a file, right? Upload. Right, I'm just going to grab that same image, that same green, that boring green. It's not boring. It looks like nature. And then the form color. So the form is the backdrop of it. So if I wanted to change that form color to do, well, not this one. Let me go back to green. Okay, this one. Page color. Right? Remove it or upload it. Right, and if you want to change the style, you can even change the font color. Right, so it's just going to be all in this little paint. I was going to say paintbrush, but it's not. It's not a paintbrush. So, all right, super fast, but all good knowledge is learned. So does anybody have questions? I know that was super fast, but Ask questions. We're still good. On the backdrop, yes. He's probably not even going to want me to delete it. He's probably going to want me to save it. So I'll have to save it. Right. If you want to remove branding, upgrade your account. I'm totally not going to do that. Right. Themes. That's going to change the background of it. So if I want to do leaves, that's going to change the current theme though. So it changes all of the background. See? And it just leaves that little logo. All right. Blue. All right. When I first started, I actually had used just this theme. All righty. Okay, guys, let's see. Y'all have questions? Let me stop our screen share and we will stop our recording too. Let me